Hey, welcome to day 56 of my spiritual journal with me, with your soul sister, Iona, host of the Spiritual Awakening annual YouTube summit, where I interview fellow YouTubers on their, I've got to turn off the notifications because it is such a distraction. It says that I'm live on my own YouTube channel. Where I interview fellow YouTubers on their spiritual awakening story. And we have the Spiritual Ascension after show party and the Spiritual Alchemy giveaway, October through to April, live on the Soul Legacy TV. Excuse me. So I have my Soul Legacy journal. If you are new to me, every single day I journal about an area in your life, and it's Sunday, it's Financial Freedom Sunday in my world. And obviously I've been talking all week. Every single day I do a live video on the Soul Legacy TV. So if you're watching or you're listening, and you might be sick of hearing my own voice, but my voice box has just decided to almost give out on me. So let's not speak that into existence. So this is the Soul Legacy journal. I call it's a notebook, actually. It's a lined notebook. So I have notes for you. And I call it 365 days of your spiritual awakening story. So if you have a spiritual business, chances are you want to have spiritual business success. And that's what we talk about on the Soul Legacy TV. And doing that without being busy, without being broke, and without being burnt out. Excuse me. And it's when I went through my spiritual awakening and I did a vision board, a spiritual vision board, and I did my journaling in my spiritual journal, excuse me, is when I really started to see my success and track my success. So I say this is, oh my gosh, a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. And I will say that it's 11/11 that I've gone live from the UK. Excuse me. So the best thing is to stop talking and cough and clear my throat. I will say that I'm going live from the UK at 11/11, and I haven't drunk any water this morning. So that might have something to do with it. It's raining outside. It's usually my long run day, and it won't be. It'll be my tidy up day in my environmental freedom day in my household. So, and my energy's moving. I've been fasting this week. Anyway, all right. So the Soul Legacy Journal. What we do on the Soul Legacy TV, if you're new to me, I'm sure that you're not, we talk about, excuse me, different practices and routines to support your spiritual business success. And I'm just going to sit in and just relax a little bit with you. Let me move that down. So I've got my journal and my notebook, and some of the things that we do, I'm going to pull a card in just a second, actually. And then I talk about gratitude, talk about my little crystal, chakra crystals. And we also have my lead soul guide instructor for the spiritual business. Oh my gosh, my voice is literally going to go. I don't think I'll be on here long. I'll probably be on here like 2 hours. I've got a good one for you today for Financial Freedom Sunday. Our lead soul guided instructor, Robin Knott, of the Energy Healing TV and podcast, talks about chakras and energy clearing. And Robin, if you're on there, I can't see your comments, so I don't know. She talks about crown chakra, right? And clearing and healing. And so we have the clear quartz crystal to represent that, or to kind of just be associated with that. I bought, it's not Robin's chakras, I bought a little chakra crystal set. And the clear quartz represents clarity, focus, and visualization. So just so you know. And if you are new to me and you want to share your spiritual awakening story, because that's what I talk about on the Soul Legacy TV, awakening and having that spiritual business success as a part of your purpose to make a difference in the world, contributing, and a part of awakening and just knowing that every single area of your life is probably not what you initially thought. It hasn't been for me. So we might have a spiritual awakening story on different areas of your life, whether that's grief or loss or health, pain, emotions, relationships, whatever it is. If you want to share a spiritual awakening story, I have a co-author book series. It's a 7-year annual book series, due to launch on the 6th of May each year, depending on when you're listening to this, whether it's still running or not. We've got a good few years in us yet, so we've got 7 so far. But you can become a co-author and submit your story to submissions@SoulLegacyAcademy.com. I do have that offer, that invitation for my boot campers and my masterminders. So after the live, I will leave it's in the descriptions as well. But after the live, I'll leave all of the information in the comments in the pinned post. So you know all the details, what's actually involved, and you can check out the bootcamp, my bootcamp page, and see if it's a soul match. I have a master class on the last Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time to talk about exactly that and do some training. And then I have a bank 50k in 50 days challenge. So during this daily spiritual journal with me, I share each area of your life so you can have that light work and lifestyle balance and contribute in the world, but also receive finances. So this is Financial Freedom Sunday. So if you haven't taken the Bank 50k in 50 day challenge, then you can do that with me. Do the banking 50k vibrationally. I give you a vibrational money voucher at the end of this live, so that you can feel into the version of you who would actually bank 50k in the visible world. And then on the masterclass, I share with you how I'm doing it, why I'm doing it, and why I've created passive income streams and levered income streams, and why I walk my own talk. And I will actually be starting my, I say round one, but I've done it once, but not in this way. So I'm going to class it again as round one tomorrow, actually. So I will track that. So I do walk my own talk, but as I'm doing my launch, I'm sitting here, right, setting the intention. Tomorrow, it's not like a big launch as such. Well, it probably will be over the next 50 days, but it doesn't feel like it. It just feels like me contributing and being willing to give and receive that money. And in my spiritual journal, I write down what it is that I want to manifest, and what it is that I want to give, and what it is that I want to receive every single day in each area of my life. So today's financial freedom on the Soul Legacy TV, if you are new to me, but every single day I talk about a different area of your life, and I use an acronym called Cheers to Financial Freedom. So we don't just focus on finances. We actually focus on contribution freedom on a Monday, which is stands for the C, health freedom on a Tuesday, emotional freedom on a Wednesday, environmental freedom on a Thursday, relationship freedom on a Friday, and spiritual freedom on a Saturday. And Robin, if you are on there, like, I wouldn't even know how to get your lives. So throughout the week, I can't remember which day it was. I think it was Thursday, environmental freedom. Robin usually joins me live, and it's fine if you haven't, Robin, but I can't see you. So if you're commenting, usually the comments go are on live, and then they process, and then you don't see them until the next day. Excuse me. So if you are on there, Robin, I apologize, because I literally can't see any comments but my own. So comment away, and I'm not sure. But I love you anyway if you're watching on the outside. Just to say, I don't see anyone on there live with me. It doesn't have the counter, just says I've been live for 8 minutes. I'm not sure. So if anyone else is on there as well, I can't see you today, but I love you. Some of the things that I talk about in my spiritual journal and my daily rituals and routines for the Bank 50k in 50 days is your vision, your values, and your vibration. Because oftentimes we tell our stories about money, and we have past stories about money that don't really serve us. And so I'll give a quote for the day. I'll talk about gratitude. I'll talk about a book that I've read for that day. And today's book is You Were Born Rich. They do actually have, Bob Proctor does actually have a PDF version of it for free. And he does actually have, well, I don't know if he does, I don't think he's reading it, but there's an Audible audio version on YouTube. So what I've done is I've added that to our playlist in the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network, which I'm the producer of and founder of the Soul Legacy Academy. So in our community, we have a book club, for your own books, to launch your own books, and a book club for book reading, the books that I've recommended or others have recommended and what have you. I listen to I listen to it on Audible where I can. I don't tend to go to the videos that much anymore, but I listened to that today, and I want to talk about, in fact, let me talk about that first. So you were born rich. What does that, one, have you ever heard of You Were Born Rich? Two, have you ever heard of Bob Proctor? Three, what does the title You Were Born Rich spell out to you? What's the first thing that comes to mind? Lots of times we have stories about being rich, being greedy, all the things. Robin, not our lead soul guided instructor, has a 5-day money blocks clearing challenge, and she calls it a journey, a self-love journey to financial freedom. And that self-love journey is taking care of you and all areas of your life, and seeing money in a different way and the energy of money. So you were born rich. If you think that rich people are greedy, you're like, well, I wasn't born greedy. I wasn't born what have you. But it's not. It's going back to that natural state of you were born rich, like rich and prosperous. Like our state is not supposed to be a state of lack and poverty, right? So in the book, today, Bob Proctor was talking about, I love Bob Proctor's work. I think that's really weird. He was talking about giving and receiving, and the more you give, the more you receive. And you don't give to receive, but the more you give, the more you receive. So as a spiritual business owner and having spiritual business success, and me doing the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge and sharing with you what I do, I have separate videos in the Soul Legacy Academy for that, and I'll share on the masterclass. But I'm giving, I give a lot of value. I always say give 10 times the value that you ever ask anyone to pay to buy, like that energy, that money exchange, energy exchange. And I got that from Jim Rohn, and he taught Tony Robbins. And that stayed with me. It's like giving and receiving. The more you give, the more you receive. Do you believe that? Write that down in your spiritual journal. Write it down as in, like, oh, well, as light workers, oftentimes we're giving, and we don't actually allow ourselves to receive. And he says the more you give, you'll learn to receive. And sometimes we lean over so far. And I don't mean that kind of giving. I mean the giving within, there's a tapping, actually, a tapping for 50K, and by Margaret Lynch, that I will do that from tomorrow. Let me write it down. And she talks about giving and serving, but doing it on video and setting the intention for how you want to serve, giving as in being in service. So are you giving? Are you over giving? Meaning, are you giving without any, when I say you give and you receive, you don't give to receive, but in spiritual business, you can give 10 times the value that you are receiving. Do you know what I mean? So I literally do. My videos are long, my lives are long. Whether some people might find that of value or not, I don't know. Whether some people might think I just don't have time. Whether you want to click the warp speed on YouTube or not, I don't know. You can listen on replay on like 1 point whatever speed, like 1.5 speed or 2 times 2 speed, like fast track me. And I do that when I listen to some things, because I want to get the gold, but I want to listen to it in a faster time. But I love giving that value in exchange, and hearing my energy's moving, and fasting. My Bob Proctor, hearing him say that, I was like, that really sat with me, because I teach, in order to bank 50K in 50 days, initially, we start from scratch, your spiritual business success, in order to move through fear of failure, fear of success, and fear of selling. I teach you to offer 50 breakthrough sessions that serve, which might feel like, is she crazy? But when I first did this, it was over in 28 days. And I don't know if that was like the best thing, because I decided with my tribe at the time, it was, and I was teaching the big money boot camp. So I think people were just ready to do the big money, whatever their big money goal was. And they did it over the 28 days, and it was epic. Now I say do it over 50 days, and hopefully that's like still a good incentive to bank 50k in 50 days, and you'd get yourself ready to serve in that way. And I do all the teaching, I do scripts, I do all of the things to offer. And when I'm talking about banking 50k in 50 days, and I write in my journal, I've written all of the things in my journal, and I've just thrown out a lot of the stuff that I wrote that I've downloaded, but I write everything. I do write, and then I throw it away when I've achieved it. But when you're doing your 50 breakthrough sessions at Serve, you want to have all the things in place in your light work and your lifestyle to clear the space to serve for 50 days. And you might think, there's no way in the heck I'm doing that. But again, the more you give, the more you receive, and you're doing it to serve, and you're doing it. I like to sit for your video testimonials. If you don't have any, many people don't. They're like, yeah, I kind of have some testimonials. When I work with you, when I work with people, normally they say, and I've got on a one-on-one call, I don't do them really unless I tide my time. They don't know what it is that they do. They can't have spiritual business success when you don't know what it is that you do, and you don't know what I call it a high pain problem that your soul clients have. You haven't married your services and that money and that energy exchange equally or 10 times the value that the service that you're offering for the money. And so that's there's a lot of light workers who are super talented hiding behind closed doors, not being willing to openly say, I'm open to banking 50k in 50 days. Absolutely. A lot of people are like, yeah, that's interesting. When they find out what they've got to do, as in serve, just like we say that it's not about the money anyway, serving 50 people on a call over 50 days, and then seeing what your conversion rate is, how many people want to work with you out of that 50. It's empowering, it's beautiful. And then we can put our money where our mouth is and walk our talk and say, I am actually serving in the world. I am actually showing up, speaking out, and serving deep. And I'm not attached to who buys from me or not. I like to think of it as I've done this over the years when I've spoken to students and clients, there's one particular lady who was one of my speakers in my 49 Soul Speaker Summit who said, I said, how many people do you need to get on a call with before, you get a client? And she said 4. She knew the number, not to say that she was following through and doing all of the things. She knew the number. So I was like, okay, so if you want 10 clients, how many people do you need to get on a call with? 40. Well, you've just served 30 extra people. That's more, so much value. And you've got 10 clients. The more you give, the more you receive. And so whatever you charge for your services, then you're going to receive that. Go out and serve 50 people and see what you have. And you have testimonials, you'll be on your craft, you'll have that feeling of serving. It's beautiful. I now do the free chapter VIP day. And I teach you that so that you can have a conversion rate where you've got, rather than doing 40 hours of, say, calls, like a half an hour call or an hour call, my calls are always longer, always. And I will serve somebody, if it's a half an hour call and I'm in flow, I do it stop. I serve for an hour and then I do a follow-up call, whatever, it doesn't matter. Clear that space to really serve. It's about time we have light workers in the world who are willing to receive the money, because we don't want to be broke, right? We don't want to be busy and we don't want to be burnt out. We want to do things with intention. So if we serve that many people, we're going to feel really good about it. Do you know what I mean? And I forgot where I was going with that. But anyway, we're serving 50 breakthrough sessions that serve. And then rather than doing, say, 40 hours, I teach then do 4 hours of service on a group VIP day. So it's not like, oh, well, I want you to be busy and broke and burnt out, but you have to serve, for my eyes and the way that I've done it. Anyway, I can only share what I've done, is serving from a space of actually doing the thing with the people that you're here to serve. And it sounds a little bit weird, but spiritual business success and your soul calling and your soul purpose, I believe, comes through conversations, and it comes through being in the trenches, but like arm in arm with your soul clients. I can tell you and share with you what I do, but it's your soul tribe and your soul clients that will, that's where you're going to get the income from having that conversation. And so when you think of the bank 50K in 50 days, and we go to Bob Proctor, he was saying in his book, You Were Born Rich, it was chapter 10 that I was listening to. And he says that when you think of like upping your income, a lot of people that are around you might not see you as that, like, oh, well, I've banked 50K in 50 days. Imagine like literally, and you've got to see it to believe it. And imagine, visualize yourself at the end of the 50 days, a bank 50K in 50 days, if you take my challenge on, of actually doing it and celebrating and coming on the live and saying, Iona, I did it, right? We're doing it vibrationally. I'll share what I do with my vibrational money voucher. And we're doing it vibrationally, doing it in the physical world. You have a look at your bank account, you have a look at your Stripe account, you have a look at your PayPal account, and you see that you've served enough. You will know how much you're serving. You're serving in a really deep way. On the SoulLegacyTV and for the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network, I say, showing up, speaking out, and serving deep. And the serving deep is when you see the money. That's how deep you're serving, because somebody's raised their hand and say, yes, I want you to be my spiritual teacher. I want you to teach me, mentor me, coach me, heal me, help me heal, and all the things. And it's only then, when you know that your spiritual business is going to be a success, in my eyes, you can serve for free, amazing, but you've got to do it in a way where you allow yourself to learn to receive the money. And there's lots of stories that we tell ourselves about that. So in the book, Bob Proctor says that, you know, oftentimes when you've earned a certain amount of money, or you've up-leveled your income, or you've done like what felt like the impossible to those around you, then people are jealous, or people want to ridicule you or laugh at you, or, you know, put you down or what have you. I don't know why. And I didn't make that up. But right now, where I am, I've done enough of the work over a long period of time. I used to cocoon myself from my friends and my family. I didn't tell them what I did. I had a separate Facebook profile, all the things. And then when I came back online to help and heal myself first, after going through a spiritual awakening and a dark night of the soul, after my son passed, I came back online and I said, I'm going to come back on, and it's warts and all, where whoever it is going to see all of me. And I was doing my daily lives on my YouTube, on my Facebook, for over 200 days, just about 200 days, sorry, almost 200 lives. And it was friends, families, potential clients, all the things. And I had family, I had friends come on there, and I would do my lives. I was like, I need to be all of me. And that self-image of me, take it or leave it. If you're going to bounce out of my world, bounce, peace out, bye. Right? I was just like, I'm done with hiding who I am. Like, my calling is a really big part, and my spiritual business, I'm not about to go and get a soul-sucking day job. So that's part of what do you do? Like, not being embarrassed about your spiritual business. So sometimes people around you like laugh or do whatever they need to do to make themselves feel better. And then when you've got to the end and they're like, oh, well, what is it that you're doing? Oh, I want to do that. So just trust in the process. Be in the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network together. Come on the monthly call. Network with like-minded people who also are in the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge, and in that club and that mindset, and being coached by me, and in a space where we allow for financial freedom. It's financial freedom on a Sunday. So my spiritual journal and my spiritual business is about giving and receiving in many different ways, and you know, giving 10 times the value. So I talk about on the SoulLegacyTV, raising your vibration every single day. That's what we want to do. And when you haven't got the right people around you, your vibration can be low, and fear of failure, fear of success, and fear of selling. If you have any of those three, which I did, that is the lowest vibrational frequency according to Abraham Hicks's emotional scale, which I know you know, right? And if you don't know, Google it. That is the lowest vibration. So as light workers, as spiritual business owners, authors, healers, trainers, mentors, mediums, whatever you do, you're vibrating at the lowest vibrational frequency, but saying you're going to emit the highest transformation in the world. Do you know what I mean? With your light work? Well, no, because you're going out with the energy of fear of failure, fear of success, and fear of selling So how are you going to bank 50K in 50 days at a low vibration? We've got to shift that. And Robin will help you shift the thoughts, the feelings, the beliefs, the stories, all of the energy, the karma, all the things in a 5-day money blocks clearing challenge. And it is a journey, a self-love journey back to financial freedom. You go in with your old money story and you come out with a new one, so you can start to really see it and believe it and get it handled, and have you be around people that get it and get you and root for you. I'm not saying that people around you don't root for you, but if there are people that are not rooting for you and you are hiding and you don't want to be judged and you don't want to be visible, like, how's that working out for you? It's time to shift it, because the Bank 50K in 50 days challenge sounds exciting. However, there's blocks to clear and there's things to clear, money stories to just shift and transmute, and understand that if I offer 10 times the value and I set that intention, I'm like, yeah, absolutely pay me the money. Absolutely go and get my 5-day YouTube from scratch challenge. Absolutely sign up for the boot camp. It's $555. Absolutely fine. Sign up for the 55 mastermind and retreat and all the rest of it. Absolutely. I know that I offer the value because I've done the work, and I did it in my Soul Legacy journal first. I did it vibrationally. I became the version of Iona Mead, founder of the Soul Legacy Academy, host of this the Soul Legacy YouTube podcast, right? And host of the #1 Spiritual Awakening annual YouTube summit. And that isn't even running, and it's May now, at the time I'm sharing this with you. It's not running until October through to April, but I've done interviews, I've been interviewed, I've been out there. Do you know what I mean? And I know that I offer value. I've worked with students, I've got testimonials to prove it. I've put skin in the game to be able to sit here and honestly say I'm going on the Bank 50K 50 days challenge again. I would say the first time around was a beta, and I banked a potential 32K in 37 days. I signed up that. I didn't actually receive that because I had to pause my co-author book series, and I'm like, this is not the way, it's not the framework that I want to build it in. Let me pause. I need to meet the people where they are that were coming in, because they were not as far along the journey as I thought they would be. And so, as I thought, right? So that's serving the people in front of you the way where they are. So I did YouTube from scratch, and a lot of the people that I attracted, we had a spiritual business woman network rather than a spiritual biz YouTubers network. Either didn't have a business or were fearful of being visible. And I understand and I get it. So I say starting from scratch, but we have to be visible, right? We have to actually connect and have conversations with our soul clients or potential soul clients. I teach you to do a beta course where you don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to fear that failure, and you don't have to fear the selling, and you don't have to fear all the things. And you'll want it to be a success because you'll put in the work, right? So it goes in a cycle, Bank 50K in 50 days. And I'm talking a lot because this is Financial Freedom Sunday, and just really getting a handle on your own self-image and your own growth. And you know, it's not just some novel thing, banking 50K in 50 days. For me, it's doing it, and doing it vibrationally first with you every single day, and holding myself accountable to be the version of me that can actually say that with a straight face. I went to the Millionaire Mind Intensive Seminar 9 years ago, nearly 10 years ago in September. I had no clue. Like, I've been working on this for that long, over a decade. It's not been an overnight story. I've invested a ton, and the programs that I invested in had missing pieces, or they were not in alignment with my soul at all. And I'm not saying everybody's program's rubbish and my program's the best, but I'm saying that the programs out there were focused on the industry norm of list building. And I wanted to focus and build the Soul Legacy Academy on legacy building, right? And so it was when I made that shift of, I want to launch, lead and leave my soul legacy and do it with ease, grace and flow. And I want to have that light work and lifestyle balance. That's what I'm writing my book on, Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul guided influencer's compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube, right? It was having that light work and lifestyle balance. I've seen launches out there, launching once a year, list building, being burnt out, people complaining about it and things not going right. I didn't want to buy. That was the best thing since sliced bread, apparently, in the industry. Not knocking it for those who it works for. It just didn't feel right for me. So I wanted to create, and I set the intention, to have the Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint be as big as what I'm thinking about, that list building in the industry to legacy building. And I'm committed to getting it out there. And it starts with me showing up, speaking out every day on the SoulLegacyTV. And Robin, if you are on there, I still can't see you. So I'm really sorry, but eek. Anyway, all right. So the quote for today is, so did I say about rating myself? I think I started off on a tangent. I can go, when there's nobody on here live or I don't see comments, I'm like, I can go off on tangents. We rate ourselves between a 1 and 11. I rate myself an 11 today. What we don't rate ourselves 0 because we're breathing. If you've ever seen a wheel of life, it rates like your physical world, like how fulfilled do you feel? We rate our vibration, how we're feeling inside internally before things manifest, because when you're focusing on the physical, the visible, what's in front of you, the tangible, that is not the point of attraction that you want to do. I'm focused on the bank 50K in 50 days and saying yes, whether I hit it or not, it doesn't matter. Whether it happens in that time frame or not, it doesn't matter. It's who I become in that process and who I become as a result of my vision and setting that intention. So I rate myself an 11 today. And all week we've been rating ourselves 1 to 11. I don't always remember to do this. On Monday, it was what was your vibrational frequency? 1 to 11. What was your score? Look back in your Soul Legacy journal. No, mine was an 11. For health freedom, mine was an 11. For emotional freedom, it was an 11. Environmental freedom, it was 11. Relationship freedom, it was 11. Spiritual freedom, it was 11. And financial freedom, it's 11. What are your, I'm high vibing, it's my system. I'm actually implementing it and doing the things that I need to do. So I feel really good on a daily basis. Do I dip in the day? Maybe, but not really this week. I don't know if I have really. I'm more in that observer mode. So I'm not going to apologize for being high vibe. I kind of feel that like, oh, well, she's boasting because she's vibing at 11 on her own system. I'm like, I don't care. Like, I literally, and it's not because my physical world is like, I banked the 50K, I've got it in the bank. That's not the idea. So in my spiritual vision board challenge, I talk about this a lot. You'll see it in the cards or in the description. In my book and my book launch videos, you'll see that. And on this journal. So 11. So what I want to do is add up my score for the week, and you want to add up your score every Sunday and see how high vibing. So I've got 77 this week. Yay me, right? Doesn't matter if it's improvement from last week. That's a way of tracking how you're vibrating, your vibrational frequency, moving from that fear. Fear is the lowest vibration on the emotional guidance scale, according to Abraham Hicks. Fear, blame, shame, guilt. Robin talks about blame, shame, and guilt. All those low vibrations. You want to be vibrating how you know that underneath the law of attraction is a low vibration. So don't give yourself excuses to live and sit in fear. When you serve at the deep level that I'm sharing with you, and come on to the masterclass, come on to my free chapter VIP day, where I can support you. It's a 4-hour VIP day, happens every 50 days ish. And it's and I'll share with you how to start and grow your spiritual business online, a successful spiritual business on YouTube, and launch it with a #1 best-selling book. So you're positioning yourself in front of your audience with an author and authority platform. That in and of itself gives you an edge over, not over a competition, but it gives you an edge over the marketplace that is out there, what's out there, out all of the noise, by being an authority and being an author, right? It just does, it just positions you. So we do that. So my rating is 77. Let me know what your rating is. All right. So the quote for today, I think I'd started this already. The quote for today is, the struggle ends when gratitude begins. The struggle ends when gratitude begins. How grateful are you for where you are along the journey? Write that down in your spiritual journal as a prompt. How grateful are you for the journey where you are? The struggle ends when gratitude begins. Meaning, in my eyes, and that's a quote by Neil Donald Walsh, how I interpret it. What do you interpret that? Write it down. I interpret that, and write down your vibrational frequency as well. I interpret that as, it doesn't matter what is happening in my life. If I see it as a struggle, it is a struggle. If I'm grateful for it, it's no longer a struggle. right? So that brings us into our gratitude. I have a gratitude stone. I'm going to pull the card after this. And my daughter gave me this. So every single day on the Soul Legacy TV, I help you with your gratitude. And this gratitude is about these areas that I'm sharing. And I say cheers to financial freedom. For short, we say the 7 freedoms. And all of the freedoms make up my intentional living codes. How you live an intentional life in alignment with your values, in alignment with your vision, in alignment with your vibration. And gratitude helps you to raise your vibration. So we want to say, I am grateful. This is what I say. I am great. I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. Don't leave it like to chance. Appreciate, be grateful, and be happy about stuff, right? I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. Conjure up that emotion. Like, I'm really happy, like I'm really grateful. I so appreciate whatever it is. And so I say, be happy and grateful and appreciate the past, because you'll tell yourself stories of things that happened in the past. But be happily and grateful for the present, whether it's where you want to be or not. And be happy and grateful and appreciate the predicted future, right? So thanks in advance. If something hasn't happened, you've got to vibrate at that frequency in order for it to manifest, for it to manifest, right? Before it does, for it to manifest, you need to feel the feeling. I didn't make that up. I'm just saying that's how it is. That's what you write down in your spiritual journal. You can write it down and say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. What I say, be happy and grateful and appreciate one thing from the 7 freedoms every single day. So one thing from your contribution freedom, one thing from your health freedom, one thing for your emotions, one thing for your environment, one thing from your relationship, one thing from your spirituality, and one thing from your finances. Whether that's something in the past, sometimes people think, oh, I don't have anything to be grateful for right now. Everything's going horribly. Well, be grateful for something in the past then, right? And there is something in it right now. Just be grateful for the things where you are now. That's when the struggle ends. And then be grateful for the things in the future. If you can't, like, wherever you want to sit, mixture of both, whatever comes to mind. I'm not going to say do it this way. Some things come to mind. And if some things feel like a struggle, or there's a story that comes up, yeah, it always works out like that. Ugh. Be happy and see the good, switch that story around. And again, Robin will help you with all of the stories of all of the areas on her energy, because we're soul sisters and we have a joint vision partnership, and Robin is the lead soul guided instructor for us. And so every single day Robin's talking about the chakras and her energy lifestyle and the energy that runs through your body, the main 7 chakras, that because everything is energy. Your thoughts are energy, feelings are energy. We're vibrational beings, and I know you know that. But sometimes for our energy field, especially around money, things get blocked. We have layers, conditioning, thoughts, feelings, people that were around, environments, whatever, relationships, all the things stuck in our energy field, right? Just we're not released it. We're not come from that heart space to release it. So if you've got blockages or something, you feel like something's holding you back in manifesting the money, then go to Robin. I'm just saying. I can do lots of things. I can show you vibrationally, but go to Robin. So I thought for my contribution, I'm so happy and grateful, and I appreciate it. And I did this before I came on the call. I held my quartz crystal, and I also said Ho'oponopono, and I just sat in a really peaceful and loving space. And I said, I'm happy and grateful for my Soul Legacy Academy. Like I've spent years creating online training portals. This one is Thinkific. It's the bomb. I love it. I'm going to be all done with most of my recording in there by the end of June. I reckon I've been saying this is like by the end of, but I'm kind of keep going until I get to the end. But by the end of my bank 50K in 50 days, that's the goal. And I'm really happy and grateful that I have that online teaching portal to serve you. If you go there and if you go into the links in the comments, you'll see that I have bonuses for my masterclass. You'll see that I have my 5-day challenge, my bootcamp, my mastermind, bonuses, my summit, all the things in my online teaching platform. I'm like, oh yeah, my media tour, all the things. Anyway, all right. So that was that for my gratitude. For my mental health, I am focusing more so on my physical health. However, I'm really happy and grateful for my mental health because I know that not everybody's there with that. I don't focus on it because I don't have issues with it. I'm focusing on my physical health, which is like lit at the minute. I'm like, yes, I won't say at the minute. Right now, like, it's just beautiful. And because I've been doing my work, I've been come live and I'm sharing what I've planned, what the intentions, what I'm doing, my daily rituals, my daily routines, what I write in my Soul Legacy journal. My mental health I'm grateful for. I don't want to overlook the things that are good, that are beautiful, that are working for me. And for emotions, I'm just happy and grateful to live in that space of love and freedom and joy, empowerment and knowledge most of the time. For travel, for environment, that we can travel, for my soul sisters, really strong network of soul sisters at the minute. Where's that at the minute come from? Do I normally say that? Oh, right now it's just beautiful. So for Robin, for Lindsay, for Sam, so there are different people that inspire me in different ways for different things. I've got my daughter, obviously, inspire me to be the best version of me. Love that. Spirituality, my guidance. I'm just nudged. And for my finances, I'm happy and grateful for my vibrational money voucher because it's helping me and hopefully it's helping you. That's gratitude. Gonna pull the card, gonna do the vibrational money voucher, and then we're at a wrap. How cool is that for our spiritual journal? Boom. Freaking boom. Again, Robin, I know that Robin will watch on the replay. I love you, Robin. I've missed you today. Not that you have to come on my lives every single day. But this is the card, and then I'm going to do the vibrational money voucher. So the card for today is Mary Magdalene. And I shuffle my Keepers of the Light, is what the card deck is by Cal Gray. Shuffle the cards, and I say whatever day it is. So obviously today is financial freedom. And the card will come out that needs to come out, and it works every time. It's magical, or it might be that I just make it work. I don't know, but it's beautiful. So this is Teacher Awakens, right? And I've just been doing yesterday and today I did 2 videos for my Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge. I call it the Soul Income Game. I did 2 videos which I didn't expect to do, to share what the behind the scenes of what I'm doing for my Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge. And I'm putting that in on a playlist and putting it in my Soul Legacy Academy. And I really laid out, I talk a lot, I know I do, but I've got a lot to say. And I'm like, okay, well, every single day I'm going to do the challenge and then I'm going to update. For the first week, we're going to do planning. This is what I decided. As I opened my mouth and I soul spoke into existence, I told soul speaking into existence, downloads were coming to me, and I was like, oh, well, we'll do a planning week so I can set you up and show you what I do. And then I'll update as I go through the 50 days. I've made that commitment, walking my talk. So the Teacher Awakens was a really powerful one for me. I'm like, oh, okay. So wait until you hear this card. This is for you too. So you have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. And in that playlist yesterday, I came across a YouTube video, because I'm always watching YouTube, that was Make It Happen. And it said on the title of it, and I put this in the playlist, it says disappear, something like disappear for 6 months and then kind of reemerge. The idea is reemerge and shock the world. And I've kind of like gone in my cocoon, done the back end of my business, and I love it, and come out and shock the world. And that's the energy. I'm like, yes. And so that inner call has called me to do that. And don't let anything stop you. In that video, it was just saying, just setting that intention, just really going for it. And lots of people don't. Most people won't. Most people don't like change, all the things. Excuse me. And I was like, yes, that's the vibration I want to wake up to every single day. I'm going to play that. I'm going to do my tapping. Margaret Lynch is tapping, and I'm going to watch a video, the Fast and Furious Go Hard or Go Home. And it's like, that's the energy every single day. And when I come from with my Bank 50K in 50 days, I'm like, yes, I'm doing it. So don't let anything stop you. It's easy to let things stop us. And I invite my students to come onto these daily lives so I can hold them accountable. So that's the card. Let me read it because I'm like excited. I love Financial Freedom Sunday. I love it. So it says, we don't have a full picture of who Mary Magdalene actually was, but we do know from spiritual texts that she was a great visionary and teacher with clairvoyant abilities, because she was able to see angels and the soul of her twin flame Master Jesus after he passed away. So Robin Nutt also has her energy healing TV, and she does her daily vlogs for chakras and clearing the chakras, and she gives you journal prompts. And yesterday we were talking about the knowing and the feeling and the clairsentient, all the things. I don't know more, Robin does. And I have that vision, that big vision and mission. And so when you have a big vision and a mission, what we were saying yesterday, I think it came up on my card about having that protection around you, and that protection and love as you go out and you do your work in the world. So you've got a big vision and you want to teach others, and you're quite a sensitive soul. Robin will help you with that. Robin and I are going to do, or Robin is going to do a class. I kind of volunteered on the spot on the live about spiritual protection, and that's going to be for a bonus for Soul Legacy Academy students, and I'm sure that Robin will do it as a bonus for her students as well. So she has that ability. Anyway, she also had the ability to shake up crowds of people to bring their hearts and minds back to the highest good. Can I get an amen? She now devotes her time to stopping us from, she now supports her time to supporting us in bringing about the radical changes the earth needs in order to prosper. Right? Thank you. And to encourage those who feel the need to teach the joy of spirit. Mary is a rebel heart in many ways. She helps those light workers who feel restricted by the opinions of others to step up and speak their truth. Can I get an amen for that? The Bank 50K in 50 days is about showing up, speaking out, and serving deep, serving really, really, really deeply. And if you are banking 50K in 50 days and you're able to do that, or come close to it, or whatever, or just bank more than what you had done in the previous 50 days, that means you're serving. And when you are serving as a light worker, guess what? That's healing and transformation in the world. And that's healing and transformation for you, for your soul clients, for your soul tribe, for your soul family. That's that I say soul client income, soul family influence, and soul tribe impact. Your family, your legacy is being left then because your vibration is raised, right? And so your loved ones are watching you build your spiritual business, and whether it's a success or it's not a success, and you want it to be a success, and part of that is financial freedom and serving deeply. I'm just saying. So you don't want to be restricted by the opinion of others. You want to speak your truth. Absolutely. In the Soul Legacy Academy, I got you. So the extended message, it has an extended message every day, and I know you can't even see that. So, right. You have a strong desire to share what you have learned. Yes. I don't know why I'm kind of like on here. Anyway. What you've learned, you may feel people will dismiss you or ridicule you. That's again that fear of failure, success, and selling. Do you have that fear that people will dismiss you or ridicule you? Journal that out, because we're done with that. What did I say? We're done. Like when we draw a line, it's like, I'm done with that. Like, I'm done. We've made a decision. I'm done with that. The people that might ridicule you and dismiss you, as Bob Proctor was talking in the You Were Born Rich, so I suggest that book. Listen to it every Sunday, right? For the whole day if you want to, or if you're in the bath or you're on a walk or what have you. It's just beautiful. He was saying that people ridicule you because they don't know any better. And he was one of the people that would, because he didn't know any better. And look how much of a legacy he left in the world. So you have a strong desire to share what you have learned. You may feel people will dismiss you or ridicule you, but don't worry. Mary Magdalene is here to guide you through this process. Your vulnerability is actually your greatest strength, because you are trusting the power of your soul. I'm going to read that again, because the Soul Legacy Academy, it's for real. There's power in that. We didn't just name the Soul Legacy TV for no reason. And the Soul Legacy Academy and the Soul Legacy Journal. Hello. I'm having fun. Hopefully you're having fun. Your vulnerability is actually your greatest strength, because you are trusting the power of your soul. Your soul guided, soul guided influencers, spiritual YouTubers from scratch, right? A soul guided influencer, not just an influencer out on like soul guided influencer. I'm hoping that you're kind of feeling me. Hoping that you, what Robin says, hoping you're picking up what I'm putting down. So I'm hoping you're feeling me. As part, so I'm going to read that again. Your vulnerability, because I think that you just need to hear it. Write it down in your journal. Your vulnerability is actually your greatest gift, because I carry on talking and I see that there's not a full stop yet. Your vulnerability, I've lost my place, is actually the greatest because I know what happened there. Something happened. Something jumped. Something definitely jumped. Is your greatest strength, because you are trusting the power of your soul, and that part of you can never be broken. That part of you can never be broken. I love that. You are a wonderful teacher and leader, and the world needs you. You are a wonderful teacher and leader, and the world needs you, right? The world needs you. You are being backed by heaven. So step forwards and share all that you have learned. You are backed by heaven, and share all that you have learned. And I am laying it all out. All of it. All of it. Love this card. Love this journal. Love the Soul Legacy Journal. It's a magical journal. It just really actually is. Does it feel magical to you? So this Soul Legacy Journal gets better on a Financial Freedom Sunday. I'm going to share with you the vibrational money voucher. It gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day to spend to make memories. You tithe 10%. You every day. You don't spend it on your bills, because I want you to come from I always do this with this piece. You want to come from the space that your bills are already taken care of, right? They're over there. They're not in here like worry, fear, doubt, all the things, low vibration. It's taken care of. You're vibrating at love, joy, freedom, empowerment, and knowledge, right? For a second. And then you spend it every single day. If you don't want to spend it every single day, I feel like I'm on like warp speed. If you don't want to spend it every single day, you carry it over, and you can carry it over to the next day when you've got time to spend it. If you've done the Spiritual Vision Board Challenge with me, I'll leave it in the cards for you and in the description. And you're just moving. Then this will make more sense. You want to get clear on what you want to experience over the next 12 months for every single area of your life, the 7 freedoms, and then spend the money on that, for that to come into fruition, for it to happen. For it to manifest, you need to be vibrating at that frequency, which is having the choice, making the choices and the decisions to have the daily rituals and routines that will get you there, right? Do the work, do the thing. But you can bring that into your world now and spend the vibrational money on whatever it is. So you carry over the money, you do your Soul Legacy Journal every single day. That's the spiritual journal prompt. You spend it, you write it down, you tithe 10% to a worthy cause. My worthy cause is Cruise Bereavement Care. And that is because I dedicate my work to my son, in loving memory of my son, Daniel Samuel Mead. Cruise Bereavement, he made his transition 7 years ago. And they helped me. And so I'm just like really super grateful. You find your worthy cause. Rich people are greedy. No, when you tithe 10% of what you earn, like 10% of all of what you earn, okay? So the bank 50K in 50 days is vibrationally. So every single day you tithe, whether you spend it or not. And then on the Sunday, excuse me, this is energy's moving for me. I will spend my vibrational money voucher. So I did this today, and I said that I would share what I spend my vibrational money on. So this is a matter of going out there and actually clicking the button, going to the website, do it online, do it on your phone, screenshots and things, put them on your vision board, put them in your journal, whatever you need to do. So I will have an app for my journal, for the Soul Legacy journal at one point. But I used to use an app called, I do use it sometimes, I haven't been as late of late, called Penzoos. But when I have like screenshots and pictures, I like to put them on. So I'm just acknowledging, and I'm acknowledging the signs and the synchronicities and the times and anything that's relevant. I'll store it in one place in my journal so that I've got a visual representation of, oh, I'm vibrating at that frequency. So when you spend your money voucher, take a picture, post it in the Soul Legacy Academy. Let me know in the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network. Let me know you're doing the Vision Board Challenge and you're doing this journal. In the 7 Freedoms frequency, in the monthly call-in gym, we have a 2-hour monthly call around this. I will support you. You can post it in there if you want to be a bit more private. If you want me to coach you around this, then I do that every single month. So my vibrational money voucher was on a trip to Malta, which I talked about before. And I just bought 2 tickets to a Bora Bora hotel in Malta in the party room, 2 guests, 4 nights. And then I noted how much it cost me. Then I noticed how much my flights were, what airport they were going from, what time they were going, and how many stops, blah, 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 what I need to do, my travel insurance. I want to buy bikinis. So me doing my health and my fitness for my physical health. And now I started from my vision board. I was 9 stone 4 and now 8 stone 4. That was on my vision board. So I'm doing my daily rituals and routines. I want to be on the beach partying hard. Like I'm 49 in August. I'm 50 next year and I still party hard. My daughter and I would plan to go. Don't know if that's going to happen with her, but I'm like, somebody's coming with me. So whether I get to go or not doesn't matter. But I've spent it on my, I think I've had a party in my head today. So I also had a look on some websites. I use my Google Keep today, and I link the websites, I link the travel insurance. I usually take pictures and upload it. And I had a look at bikinis, and oh my gosh, some lip bikinis, just saying. And I was at a point in my life where I wouldn't even wear a bikini. Like 20 years ago, I had not even worn a bikini. Like maybe when I was tiny little, I don't know, but I covered up my body because I had that self-image of, I was painfully thin. So if it sounds like really shallow, it's what it means to me, and to be comfortable in my own skin. Not to say that like your body has to look a certain way or what have you, but it's for me. All right. Just let me have it for me. So that is it. So that is what I spent my vibrational money voucher. I literally had a party in my head. That is for it for this episode, Financial Freedom Sunday. Hopefully you are writing in your spiritual journal, because why would you not? There's a lot to kind of capture. And you'll join me for the next Financial Freedom every Sunday on the Soul Legacy TV. Please do share this out if you haven't checked out my free chapter for my book, The Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a Soul Guided Influencers Compass to Leveraging Your Light Work and Lifestyle on YouTube. Then you can do that. You can pre-order the book or order the book. Please support me. Leave a review if it's on order. It's the 6th of May, so I've got a long time to do it in a year from now. But if you're watching this in the future, like I'm just saying, the free chapter VIP day, that's the link. The masterclass, Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge. I will teach you on the masterclass 4 hours for free. Catch the replay on this on the Soul Legacy TV. I teach you how to speak to, serve, and sign up your soul clients. Do it with ease, grace, and flow, and do it on video. Pretty special. I wish somebody had taught me. I wish somebody had took me by the hand. I wish this version of me took me by the hand and walked me through the steps I've got here through pain. A lot of pain. A dark decade of the soul. So if you see me high vibing, that is why. So I've got my book launch videos as I write my book. So whenever I've written my book and launched my videos, there's a playlist around here somewhere. Don't know which way it goes. And I am the host of the #1 Spiritual Awakening Annual YouTube Summit, because we need more people awakening in the world, and those people that are awakening, actually doing their work in the world, getting on YouTube, actually serving the world on video, not burning yourself out, not being busy and not being broke. Hello. So there'll be videos on that and video for you to subscribe. I shall see you on the next one. I love you. Mwah. Speak to you soon. Take care. And it's not stopping.